Okay, you've done the monument. Well done, genocide students. You've done very, very well in that. But now we're going to take a little personal journey. We're going to extend that monument. And you're welcome to do the same topic if you want to. But you have to find something, again, you care deeply about, an issue, something that really rankles with you, something that you feel very, very strongly about. And instead of building something or drawing something or writing something, you're going to speak it. It's called the spoken word. And it's only a minute, and it's a very personal thing. You are going to create a spoken word, and you are going to deliver it to me. Now, as I said, it's very personal. I won't want you to worry about this. You're not going to have to go in front of the class. But we're going to end the class online, and then each day, a couple of you will present your spoken word. You'll turn on your camera, and you're welcome to invite anyone you want. If you want your best friend to be there, she can stay on the call, and then you present just to me. Again, spoken word. Is it a poem? Well, not exactly. It's more of a statement, but there are poetic devices. First rule, don't rhyme it. You can if you want to, but you don't have to. And to explain these components, well, I'm gonna have to grow a beard and change my shirt. Basically, you need to make a statement about an injustice, something that you feel very, very passionate about. It can be a genocide, or it can address any of the themes that we've talked about thus far in our class. Now, what are some of the devices you use in a spoken word? Well, obviously, the voice, the projecting. You have to have passion, eye contact. You have to be committed. You don't have to memorize it, but you should know your subject, absolutely. I'm asking you to use 3 poetic devices because you can't just read it. There has to be an attempt at imagery. You must convey a message using 3 things: personification, metaphor, and simile. What are they, you ask? Well, let me give you an example. On the hub, I've placed a bunch of examples, but I'm going to give you 3 of my favorites. Now, they come from Mr. Bishop's favorite book. It's called To Kill a Mockingbird, written by Harper Lee in 1962, and it still to this day remains a classic. A controversial classic, but a classic. I'm going to read to you. Now, Harper Lee was a master with the written word. First, let me read you an example of an amazing use of metaphor. At the beginning of the book, the main character, Scout, is told by her father, Atticus, that she should try to put herself into someone else's skin and walk around in them. Then she can truly understand what that person's going through. Now let's see her do a perfect simile. Bacon fry and crisp as the twilight air. And finally, the use of personification. Okay, maybe you shouldn't write that one, but it's a good meme. Personifications, you give an inanimate object human qualities. So I'm going to read you one. The lightning danced across the sky. Of course, the lightning doesn't really dance, but you know what I'm getting at. So basically, you got to use those 3 poetic devices to get your message across. You have to be passionate. And how do you start? All right. You know, it's easy to say, it's easy to talk about these poetic devices. It's easy to talk about a spoken word or a rap or anything if someone else does it. How do you do it? You can do this. If I can do this, you can do this. And I'm going to show you that I'm going to write a poem about you. That's right. Period 1 and period 5 genocide students, I miss you. I can't wait to have period 5 live. But I miss my period 1. We had such an amazing time together. And I'm going to write a spoken word. And so here it is, ladies and gentlemen. It's called Ode to My Students. Now, as we talked about, one of the big obstacles in writing a spoken word is this, a blank page. So what I want you to do is when you choose your topic, and actually some students told me about this, I didn't come up with this myself, I want you to fold your paper in half. And I want you to create a statement. One statement about that topic. I feel very passionate, very, very committed to you. So I'm going to make my spoken word about you, but I'm not going to start at the beginning because that's impossible. Where to start? As my students told me once, start in the middle. Divide your page and write 1 line. I'll be back. Okay, I've written it. I had my paper, I folded it in half, and now I have a central line. And I'll read it to you. My grade 11 students are like Reese's Peanut Butter Cup Blizzards. Even though I started with the Dairy Cream reference, it's a good one, but After I wrote my spoken word about you guys, it doesn't fit. So I'm going to take that out. But it still got me started. It got me writing about you. So here it is. Ode to my students. Ode to my grade 11 genocide students. They are emotional beings, quiet, masked young adults. Their eyes dart about like sparrows until they become enraged by debate. The wings of their opinions flap and scream about Black Lives Matter, statues, genocide, and denial. They sit in judgment, reflecting, weighing, considering the horror that it could have been them. Teaching online is like walking down a dark, midnight Mountsburg road, pitch black. Who's asleep and who's watching? You just have to keep walking. They dip their toe into humanity's evil pool, testing the waters, recoiling, but inevitably, ultimately, they jump in. I am so proud of them. They are the future because they chose to bear witness. So that's my spoken word to you, ladies and gentlemen. That's how easy it is. Find something. Use those 3 poetic devices and then personally tell me. You can tell it to the whole class if you wish. Only looking for 1 minute. So good luck, Waterdown. And remember, you're amazing. Even though I took it out, I really did mean what I said about you and the Dairy Queen Blizzard.